I've already got them right here.
Where are they at?
I just had to read. Okay. They're right here. So. Well, we're ready.
Did you start that?
So, yes. So we're going to look at what the Bible says about, let me find my paper real quick. About what the Bible says. And it says, Christians should not be involved with occultic practice or divination. Notes God's command against divination in Deuteronomy 18. Occultists believe Halloween is a time of transition between life and death. Some occult practitioners practiced divination and believed you could learn the secrets of life and wisdom by lying on a grave and listening to the message from the long departed. And another part of it says schools are removing any religious significance from Christmas, often called now winter break instead of Christmas break. It used to be called Christmas break when I was a kid. Or Easter break. It was called Easter break when I was a kid, but now it's called spring break. It says, isn't it ironic that most public schools still celebrate Halloween even though it has occultic origins? I mean, that's a religion, right? Mm-hmm. But it's not banned. But, and it says, in Leviticus 18:24 through 30, the Israelites were warned against such practices when they entered the promised land. When thou art come into the land which the Lord thy God giveth thee, thou shalt not learn to do after the abominations of those nations. Deuteronomy 18:9 says, let no one be found among you who sacrifices his son or daughter in the fire, who practices divination or sorcery, interprets omens, engages in witchcraft, or casts spells, or who is a medium or spiritist, or who consults the dead. Anyone who does these things is detestable to the Lord, and because of these detestable practices, the Lord your God will drive out those nations before you. You must be blameless before the Lord your God. The nation you will dispossess, listen to those who practice sorcery or divination. But as for you, the Lord your God has not permitted you to do so. I mean, there's so many bad things going on. I like the fact that there are churches, there are Christians that are out there and they're taking their kids to church. I went to a church thing and you were not allowed to dress up in any scary costumes. Majority of the time you can only dress up in like biblical stuff, like as an angel or something like that. Biblical, Christian. And they would have a party and celebrate, Jesus. And they would not celebrate Halloween. But we thank you for sticking with us tonight, and we're glad you came, and we really hope that you have been informed, you have wisdom now about the truth about Halloween. Like I said, we all have free will. We all have our own decisions to make about this holiday. Of course, we did do a Halloween puppet show for Paint Creek State Park a few weeks ago, and even though it was at a state park, if you watch the last video, if you go to our website and you watch the last video, we play God is Bigger Than the Boogeyman. So we actually tied in God somehow with the whole Halloween thing, and people really enjoyed it. It was at a state park, to a separation of church and state. We didn't care. We did it, and people were happy we did it. Yes, we did talk about trick or treating. We, one of them dressed up as a little ghost, another one dressed up as another puppet, imitate another puppet. But we have to reach people on their level. Jesus shared parables, but somehow he always tied in a message with it, and that's what we tried to do with that puppet show. It's a very tough place we live in this world today, and there is so much the devil is trying to throw at us. But we thank you for stopping by tonight, and like I said, we'll be posting this on YouTube. If you've missed anything, don't worry, we have it in our archives, and we'll be posting it later on the night, earlier in the morning. And of course, we'll have all the annotations, all the links to everything that we've been talking about. So then you can look it up and read it or watch it for yourself. Thank you, and thanks Stacy, James, Dawn. Thank you to everybody that showed up.
Holy War, Vicky.
Holy War.
And we will have an after show since we still have people here, so we all take care of that side of things while Miranda gets stuff put away.
All right. See you later.
All right. This is now officially the after.